Okay, so I am in the kitchen. I'm gonna be opening up a box. Today we're gonna be reviewing another Chuck E. Cheese plush. This time I got a plush that was released in the 2000s, specifically 2000s, by the good folks over at Dennis Fulland Incorporated, the company that has been known for making Chuck E. Cheese plushes since the mid-90s and still make Chuck E. Cheese plushes to this day. So let me just open this lower flap over here, and let's just... Oh, there we go, here he is. Just got myself this guy. I'll just put him over on its side. He came inside this little Chuck E. Cheese bag, a cotton candy bag for some reason. No, this guy's not made of cotton candy, but you know, I'm just gonna say it. You know, it just came with the plush when I bought him on eBay. I think I paid like $16 or something. Like I did like a best offer. So let me clean up the space and I'll start reviewing this guy. Also, the main reason why I'm recording in the kitchen rather than in my room is because my brother plays PC games all day long with his friends every single night, and it annoys the crap out of me. Even when I try to go to sleep, he'll always be playing them, and especially if I ever like record any audio or record any like footage, and it just drives me nuts. So that's why I'm reviewing in the kitchen. The lighting's probably not the best, but it's actually not that bad, but still. But anyways, back to the review. The Avenger era Chucky from 1994 to 2012 is not really one of my favorite Chuckies. You know, he's just not my cup of tea, to be honest. Yes, I grew up with Chucky, and I really like Duncan Brandon as a person, but something about it just like I'm not a fan of, and I'm not so sure why. In fact, the only characters I really liked in the Avenger era was Jasper and Pasquale. I didn't really care much for Helen or Chucky, and I really didn't really like Mr. Munch's voice a lot. So, yeah, that's not really why I'm a big fan of the Avenger era. I'm more of a fan of the original, like everything before the 90s. Like, I prefer the old Rat. But what I really like about the Avenger era is I do enjoy some of the songs, and I really like the plushes that came out around that time. Specifically, the plush set that this Chucky over here comes from. He was part of this plush set from 2000. There's actually like two halves of it. The first half is where like they're the normal variants, and the second half is like the tie-dye variants, and they all combine into one big plush set. Like the normal half contains this Chucky over here, as well as a Mr. Munch and a Pepperoni, and there's a tie-dye set where there's Helen Henny and Jasper T. Giles. Both have like blue overalls and a tie-dye shirt, as well as Jasper having a baseball cap. They also made a Chucky like this, but his hat is blue, his shorts are blue, and his shirt is like a tie-dye color. And they also made a Pepperoni where he's green, and he has like, I think like a yellow spot on his eye. Yeah, that's basically what the 2000 set is. I like to call it the tie-dye set, even though this plush, and as well as Munch and the other Pepperoni, the dog plush, they're not tie-dye. But anyways, now let's take a look at the plush. Now this is one of the closest things to, because there wasn't really any real Chucky plushes in his Avenger outfit. I'd say if you want to get a Chuck E. Cheese Avenger era plush that closely resembled his Avenger costume that he wore in the 2000s and late 90s, I'd say get this plush. But there's also, this is one of my favorite Avenger Chucky plush variants. It's basically a superhero Chuck, and his overall, like aside from the mask and the cape, his outfit actually looked exactly like the Avenger outfit, like you'd see in the shows or the animatronic, mascot, costumes, etc. And as well as the 2D artwork. This one, it definitely has that Avenger feel to it, but he's not. He is missing some features, like he's missing the black gloves, and his shoes are yellow for some reason. They kind of look like yellow boots, to be honest, and his soles are blue. I mean, I think that's a pretty unique design. He also has a baseball cap. You could see there's a little knob. And you can see that the C on both his cap and his shirt, they're iron-on. So if you take really good care of him, there's a chance that the iron-on material might not fade. Here's the back of his head. I'd say if you loosen up the stitchings, you could definitely remove his cap, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. And his shirt is removable, but his shorts don't seem to be removable. Like, let's see. Yeah, here's the back of it. I'll explain my criticism later. But overall, he's a really good plush. He definitely has that nose, the eyebrows, and the teeth. You can see that tongue. Also, he has plastic eyes like most of the Dennis Folland Chuck E. Cheese plushes at the time had. It wasn't until the Rockstar era plushes came where they changed it from plastic eyes to embroidery, which, I mean, I like the embroidery and all, but I think I think the plastic eyes are a little more appealing. I think they should have stuck in with the plastic eyes. Also, since he isn't classic Chuck or Rockstar Chuck, he doesn't have his whiskers, nor does he have a tail. But mine is actually, he still has his paper tag. I guess he was part of a bigger, I think the 2000s plush set came in a humongous set of Chuck E. Cheese merchandise called Chuck E. Cheese's Kid Stuff. Official CEC stuff. This is copyright 2000, CC Entertainment Incorporated. It's kind of weird because like the Chucky they shown here, he has like a roller skate helmet and he has gloves and he's in rollers. Well, wait a minute, he's not in roller skates. I take that back. I see him on like a skateboard. Never mind. But this Chucky plush you see does not show that. Like he literally just looks like a cheap version of him in his Avenger costume, and I think his clothes actually looks more appealing than the Avenger costume. I always thought his Avenger costume, looking back on it, was a little tacky, I'd say, and a little complex to my taste. But I think I really like the way this plush looks. Now here's my criticism with this plush from the Kid Stuff line. Now, in the 2000 set, I think Chucky, both Chuckies are the only plushes in that set to have the Kid Stuff humongous tag, because some of the other ones like reuse the 1996 Showbiz Pizza Time touch tag. I'm not so sure why they do. And it's humongous. Like, I don't really like how big it is. It's not the most tolerable feel to the touch tag, but anyways, you could see designed exclusively by the Charm Company. So technically Dennis Folland didn't make this plush, the Charm Company did, but then again, if you see, a division of the Folland Group which owns Dennis Folland Incorporated, so this is technically a Dennis Folland product. See, copyright 2000 CC Entertainment, all new material, machine watchable for all ages, made in China. So yeah, that's his touch tag. Maybe I'll be right back. Maybe I'll get a couple Chuck E. Cheese plushes out and we'll do like a comparison. So stay tuned, guys, for there's so much more to come. Oh yeah, before I go, I forgot to show you the back of the paper tag. Basically it says, caution, remove the hang tag and all plastic attachments before giving to child. Conforms to ASTM standards. And basically my item number is 58029. designed exclusively for Chuck E. Cheese's Kid Stuff by Charm Company, a division of the Fulland Group, aka Dennis Fulland. There's a phone number, and we got a little Chucky face. So here's a comparison with the Avenger Chucky plush with the Rockstar Chucky plush, and yeah, you could see that Rockstar Chuck over here is a little too big to be in scale with the Avenger plush, but overall just is the plush set that he came from. I'd say if you want a Chucky plush that's more in scale and closely resembles the Rockstar design and outfit, then I'd say this specific Chucky plush is the way to go, just because a lot of Chucky variants from the Rockstar are a lot shorter and more in scale than the normal version is, and you could see it works really well. Combine that with the way superior classic Chucky, the Pete Sun Theater era Chucky, and yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good scale, because I definitely think the Avenger Chuck is a little shorter than the other characters, as in the Avenger commercials that he was in, you know, the 2D animation, he's seen to be around the same height as the other children in those said commercials. So I think this is a pretty good scale for what it's worth. And hey, here's another comparison. Here's another old Chuck E. Cheese plush. It is Pasquale. This is the 1992 plush. He's in the smaller scale. I forgot to mention that the Chucky that we're reviewing is actually the small scale. Like, I think this was around the time when Dennis Fulland, they decided to change their small plushes from 9/10 inches to like 11 or 12 inches. And I think the scale, I'd say if Chucky's sitting, I think the scale works pretty fine. But if Chucky is standing, yeah, he's too tall compared to Pasquale. Pasquale should be a lot taller than good old Chuck over here. So again, this Pasquale is not really in scale. He's probably not going to be in scale with any other Chuck E. Cheese plushes post-2000. So, I mean, again, this guy, he works a lot better in his own plush sets. You know, same for Chuck. So don't really combine these together, unless if you have a much bigger Pasquale plush, like any of the 16-inch ones. Let's bring back the other Chucks over here. Let's make a one big Chuck E. Cheese Pasquale family. So there we go. Wow, that looks pretty appealing. We got 4. I can't believe I have 4 Chuck E. Cheese plushes. That's pretty weird. Hopefully I don't get any more Chuck E. plushes, because I have a goal to get every single Pasquale plush that has been released. And so far I only obtained both sizes from the 1992 plush set. So now I need the 1994 plush, the smaller one, and both sized plushes from the 1996 and 8 plush set. So yeah. So overall, I really like, even if the Avenger era is not my favorite, I really like the Avenger Chucky plush from 2000. He's a really good plush. Is he my favorite Chuck E. Cheese plush? Yeah, I'd say he's top tier. This guy right now is my favorite just because he's based on the Chuck I like the best. But I'd say this is definitely a close contender. Maybe like my number 2 or number 3. I don't know. He doesn't look exactly like the Avenger Chucky plush. Like, his shoes are yellow. They're kind of more like boots. He doesn't have his gloves, and his clothes, his shirt and hat, they don't have a lot of detail. And also, not to mention that his cap should be on backwards. But I understand that he's trying to be the coolest of the cool guys in all the coolest restaurants, but to be honest, he's not really cool. Pasquale is cool. Also, one more thing. You might be asking, do I worship Pasquale? In all reality, I actually don't. That actually would be kind of stupid. Anyways, I give Avenger Chuck a A-. Thank you for watching.